Hi everyone. So today's the day for mixed media morsel number 15, and it's going to be mosaics. And let's see, I'm going to get my next page in my book here. It'll be this one. I got started on my binder the other day, and I am filming the process, but I just needed to order something to continue, so I've had to put that on hold for a little bit, and so when that comes in, I'll pick that up and finish it. But I just wanted you guys to know that I hadn't forgotten about filming that when I made it. So to do the mosaic, we're going to use a white background. This technique is pretty similar to the collage that we did on morsel number 2, only for mosaic you're going to leave space in between all of the little pieces that you glue down. So I'm just putting a little white paint out here. You want to leave spaces in between each piece that you put down so that it's like grout in between tiles. So I'm going to get rid of all the lines that I have on my page. If you have a white page already, without lines or any markings on it, then, you're good to go. But because my little notebook has lines on it, I'm going to give it a coat of paint. I might need 2, but we'll just get those covered up just so that we have a better looking grout for the mosaic. And I need more paint, because this page is drinking it up. All right, we'll dry that and see what it looks like. And I'm going to just move this aside and let it dry a little bit more on its own. It's not quite dry yet. All right, so what I'm going to use for my mosaic is this piece of a jelly print that I made in my most recent jelly printing video, which I'll put a little iCard right here for you so you can reference that if you haven't seen it and would like to. But what we're going to do is just cut some little triangles. The size of the triangles will depend on really what size you want them to be, but if you happen to have a tiny page like mine, you're going to want tiny triangles. If you have a bigger page, you can do them a little bit bigger. So just going to, let's see, I think I'll just cut a strip. And these are all random too. They're not measured, precise, all of them the same, nothing like that. So you just cut random pieces, just like what you see me doing here. And like I said, no 2 will be the same. And you'll do some tiny ones, some bigger ones. And they won't necessarily all be triangular in shape, but it's the idea of a triangle that we're going for. And I don't know how many I'm going to need, so I'm just going to cut a few and just, have a few here ready to go. Okay, there's some there. And I'm just using a piece of a jelly print. You can use, if you don't have any painted papers, you can use a nice colorful page from a magazine or a book, or whatever. Just something that has a nice color, something that you like. Okay, and it doesn't have to be bright colors. It doesn't have to be pastels. It can just be whatever you like. Let's see. Okay, I may have enough here to cover my page. We won't know, of course, until we start gluing them down. And if I have to come back and cut some more, I will. All right, we'll go with that much for now. And just get them, get them all turned over with the side facing up that you'll be using, the pattern that you'll be using. All right, so I laid all the pieces out on a piece of white printer paper just so that I could see the shapes and the sizes that I had available once I get started gluing them down. And I'm just going to be using this Collage Page. You guys have seen me use this before. And I'm just going to just paint, or paint with the Collage Page. Just paint a little section and start laying some pieces in it. And I'll show you what I mean. So we'll start like over here in this corner. And just put it in. I'm leaving a little bit of an edge. Okay. Your fingers will probably get a little messy, so be prepared. And then you just put like, the same edges together, like two straight edges, roughly the same size, put together, but you leave a gap so that the white shows through. I'm looking to see if I have a little one. I think this one might fit in the corner. Yep. Okay. It can get a little bit fussy because it's so tiny, but I hope it won't, and I hope you'll enjoy it. I enjoy doing this, and it makes a really nice background for sure. So I hope you have a good time doing it. The last time I did one of these, the only time I did one of these in a video was a few months ago. Oh gosh, it was last summer, so it's a little more than a few months ago. But I did a watermelon with a mosaic pattern in the slice of watermelon. Some of you might have seen that already. I'll link this one too. But it was a lot of fun to make, and those pieces were even smaller than these. So it was particularly fussy, but it was so fun, and the outcome was just awesome. I loved it. So you see how I'm finding pieces that will kind of fit into the shapes that are the angles and things that are being, that are fitting in here. That one doesn't quite fit. Uh-oh, my paint came up. Good thing we're covering that up, huh? All right, let me do it this way. There we go. And these are just, there's nothing, no really rules about it. You just put them down, basically, and it's going to look magnificent in the end. Let's see. Go up here. If you dab your finger just a bit in your adhesive, your glue there, you can pick up these little pieces easier too, by the way. It'll wash off. Okay, so now when I put that piece down, it left a hole there. So that's where you find a tiny little triangle that you put in there, and you can trim a piece if you need to. I think I'll probably trim this one down just a tiny bit, and I think it'll fit in there just right. Let's see. Let's cut a little off. A little bit big still. Let's see if I can get it. Yeah, it's wanting to take up that layer of paint there because that's all not completely dry underneath. I dried it, you know, to where it was almost dry, but it's still a little damp. The paper underneath the paint is what's really damp. But we're gluing stuff back on top of it, so it's all good. right, so it's all dry. And here's what we have. I just love these. I think they look so cool. So, like I said, if you don't have painted paper, just grab some magazine pages that have some colors on them and go to town. It doesn't even have to be multiple colors. It can be all one color. But it does make it look more interesting when there's more than one color. So, anyway, let's see your mosaics, and I hope you have a good time with it, and I appreciate you watching. And oh, before I go, I wanted to say also, we did a background today, but you can also make focal images with Mosaic. You can cut a shape like a heart or a star or whatever shape you want and fill it in with little pieces like this and put it on a different background, and then that piece can be your focal point. So you can give that a try too. And I really encourage you guys, if you're not already doing this, to get yourself a larger journal and start doing some of these techniques in your larger art journal. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Bye, everybody.